Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Champagne Sundays with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigGlennMagazine.com.
Hello, everybody. It is January 2nd, 2022, and this is our first Champagne Sunday show, airing live. It's the first one of the year, and as always, we're your hosts, Nancy and Lisa, the crazy mother-daughter travel team, publishers of Big Blend magazines, and as we travel full-time, as you know, going across the country, documenting parks and public lands and sharing the stories of their communities on our Love Your Parks tour. Today is the very first show of our series. Well, actually, we did start on the 29th of December, 2021, a series of shows celebrating our anniversary. This year is a big year of anniversary. Nancy, are we feeling younger? Are you feeling younger with all these anniversaries?
Of course. In fact, I'm down to 2 years old now.
Oh, that's fantastic. Must be all that champagne. But, we are celebrating. So today is the anniversary of Big Blend Radio being 15 years old from our very first Champagne Sunday show. This is Champagne Sundays was the flagship. Nancy said, well, if we're going to do this live thing here on Blog Talk Radio, we're doing it on Sunday when Nancy and I always share a bottle of champagne. It's a thing. Doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be whatever you want. It's about looking at what's going on in the world and being happy about it, grateful, finding something good. And, of course, we know if you turn on the news, there's a whole bunch of bad out there, sad out there, but there's always something good to celebrate. So we're excited to continue some of these live shows. We're going to be doing it all year long, some of these live shows, especially on Sundays, some happy hour shows, bringing people on shows that have been on multiple times, on being part of our magazine history, because not only are we celebrating 15 years of radio, we're celebrating 25 years of Big Blend magazines, which started out as a little magazine covering northeast San Diego. It grew into being Southwest Blend, and from there, we were covering all of the Southwest in visitor bureaus, welcome centers, restaurants, hotels, in newspapers, you name it. We were printing like over 100 and something thousand, I think it was 150 or 170,000 full-color copies. Craziness. And Nancy said, our website's doing way more than 170,000 copies. We're in the millions, and we've been doing it for a while. Pull the plug. So when Nancy speaks, we listen, and we do sometimes.
I was going to say, not when you were a teenager.
Yeah, well, I wasn't a teenager, but I was in my barely early 20s. And so we went completely online and became Big Blend magazines, and went completely online and because of Big Blend Radio, because we were interviewing people across the country, around the world, and we're like, we have no limits now. And it's true. We don't. So it's 25 years of Big Blend magazines. We have, so far, we're actually in the process of changing Big Blend Radio and TV magazine into 7 other publications, and we've also got our Parks and Travel magazine. So if you sign up for our newsletter, go to blendradioandtv.com or bigblendmagazines.com or nationalparktraveling.com or bigblendradio.com. Sign up for our newsletter. You'll get our digital magazines every few weeks. We're ready to roll with all of them now. And we're also celebrating 10 years of our Love Your Parks tour, which started 10 years ago in April, but the whole thing started in January when we took a trip from Tucson, where we were based, to the Everglades National Park, and we said, the centennial of our national park system's coming. Let's get on board and start really documenting these parks. But, we were doing national parks and parks around them. Let's connect them to their communities to boost responsible tourism. And from there, we were the Spirit of America tour, and we grew into being Love Your Parks tour because we realized as we were traveling that every single park matters. Your pocket park, your community park, all parks matter. And your national parks, they all matter to quality of life. And I think during COVID, we really realized just how important it is to take a walk in your local park. So we're really glad we've done that. And I think we're over 500-something parks, and we're still putting them up on the website and maps. In fact, we have too many parks to put on one map. So
yeah,
that's true. We have a lot of work to do. So anyway, that's the legacy, and I hope I don't have to keep saying that on every show that we do because it's too much. But cheers, our toast before we bring on special guests. We have amazing guests joining us on the show. I'm so excited that they're here. But Nancy and I, we're toasting to every guest that has been on our show, everybody that has been part of our magazines in the written form, our clients, our marketing partners, tour sponsors, everywhere that we have stayed, the tour angels. There's so many people on the road that help you. We've got musicians, artists, so many people that we've connected with over these 25 years. And we've really got to thank our audience, whether it's the magazine, the videos, the radio.
Absolutely.
Everyone, thank you from the very, very bottom of our hearts. Our toast is to you, and we're going to keep toasting you all year long and forever because, we're immortal.
All righty then.
That's what I'm feeling like. But, all right, let's get on the Big
have a
Blend
little
party.
more.
I know. Let's get on the Big Blend party bus. We're going to go pick up some guests, but guess what, Nancy? Our bus may have to grow some wings. Priscilla is our pink sock monkey. You know her, our travel mascot. She's ready. She's on the bus, ready to serve everybody their brunch, whatever they would like, because apparently she can cook anything. She can cocktailize anything. She can do whatever you want, tea, whatever you want, she can create. So get ready. We're going to England. Are you ready, Nancy?
Sure. Let's go.
That was fun. All right, we're already in England. We're in Norfolk, which is in East Anglia. I know, and it's a beautiful day in England, apparently. We're airing live from Peachtree City, which is just outside Atlanta, Georgia, and it's rainy, but it's really good for the land. But apparently, England's has had a wonderful day of sunshine and blue skies. And when we go to England, we're usually chatting with our good friend Glynn Burrows. He is a family historian. He's a history buff. I don't care what you bring up. He's going to know something. And he's also the owner of Norfolk-Tours.co.uk. That's the website, but it's Norfolk Tours. He takes people around Norfolk and around England. Everything he does is customized. So if you want to dig up your family history, if you want to go floating on the Norfolk Broads, not women, the Norfolk Broads, the national park area, he can hook you up. If you want to go to churches, if you want to go to places where the Queen has stepped through, he can take you there. Basically, he knows England, like the back of his hand. So welcome back, Glynn. How are you?
Hi, yeah, lovely, thanks. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day here in Norfolk. So, cool. Yeah, good to be with you.
Hey, how long do you think you've been on our shows and in the magazines?
Long time now.
It's got to be at least 14,
must
15
be heading
years?
up to 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Oh, I think it's over 10 years. I think so. I don't know anymore. I can't count when, but it is over 10 years.
Well, it can't be much more because I'm only 27, so
Yeah, he's like us. We're all getting younger.
Yeah,
I love that. So Priscilla wants to know what she can serve you for your champagne brunch.
I would like a cheese scone, please. So if she's good at cooking, I want a homemade cheese scone and a pint of fizzy water, please. I love fizzy water.
Okay. Fizzy water, that's good.
She can do that.
Does that have extra minerals in there?
No, it's just fizzy.
Or do you like the bubbles? You want the bubbles?
I just like the bubbles, yeah.
Okay.
Bubblies.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
Little Miss Priscilla, get out there. All right, so Glynn, you comfy on the bus? Because we're going on a big road trip. We have to go over the pond, and we're going to New Orleans. And apparently you British did things in New Orleans back in the day. I'm just saying. There was a good war that was held there once upon a time, the Battle of New Orleans.
Everywhere.
Yeah, you did. But it wasn't used in specific. But we're going to bring our good friend, Jon-Roniger. Glynn, we have not met. John, we have not met. And John, I think the first time you were on our show, you were on our show. You were in our magazine before our show. You were in our digital magazine. Everyone, Jon-Roniger.
Yeah, I go back to paper.
Yeah.
You go back to the paper days. Listen, you're not a puppy.
That's right. No, I'm a dog on the verge of death.
Oh, no. Listen, Jon-Roniger is an amazing singer-songwriter out of New Orleans, and I think when we first connected, you were in the Bay Area at that point too, right? I think you were living out there.
I was back living in San Francisco, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So how is everything in New Orleans?
Great. Yeah, the city, we're all doing the same as everybody else, just waiting for the next, round of COVID and whatever the government will do in response to that. We're just, waiting. So,
and
but
what about
New Year's Eve was fun.
Yeah? Well, what did you do? Did you wear jammies or did you get to do a gig?
Oh no, I was out. I played 2 gigs on New Year's Eve, so that was fun. It was I haven't had a chance. I actually played 5 gigs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I haven't done that in 2 years.
Wow! Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. I know we've been seeing you on Facebook performing, these live shows, which is awesome.
Yeah.
How's the band? The Good for Nothing band?
The Good for Nothing band is doing good. Everyone's alive and well, and which is positive in this day and age. And we're doing good. We were over in Europe in when were we there? The first 2 weeks of November, so right before basically the latest round, I guess, of shutdowns. And we plan to be back there in the first 2 weeks of February, which could be right after everything opens back up again. So. Things are looking, good. Again, based on the last 2 years, everything's on the upswing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Everyone, Jon-Roniger-Music.com is a website, and that's John with no H. He kicked the H out some.
Yeah,
it's like, I ain't having that. But Jon-Roniger-Music.com, we're going to be playing some of his music on the show. John, before we head to Santa Fe, New Mexico, which I believe we're gonna go into some snow. So what can Priscilla, our sock monkey, get you for your Sunday brunch?
Oh, I think I'm going to have some turtle soup and French bread, maybe with a shrimp remoulade salad to start with.
What do you mean a turtle? Are you like real turtles? Like turtles?
Yes.
Like little turtles?
Turtle soup.
The cute little turtles.
They're cute. No.
I hate to say it. No. We might substitute gator meat.
Do you really eat turtle soup in New Orleans? We didn't. Is that a New Orleans thing? I haven't seen that on the menu in Louisiana.
Oh, you got to come through and have some turtle soup. It's delicious.
I'll talk to it, though. I'll go look at little turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle. Okay.
I think you'll enjoy it. I really do.
Okay. Well, we still have to meet. And so let 2022 be the year, because I know we're going to be up and around and all around and down. So I think last year we did 4 trips across the country. We've been up and down all around, and we're going to be doing it again. So hopefully. Yeah,
I know. Crazy.
This time, no hurricanes will get in the way. We'll all get to connect, We did a lot of hurricane dodging and tornado dodging over the last couple years, and we're still here, and I'm just really glad about that. And but really, there's so much going on with weather, and we all got to stick together. But let's go to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we're going to chat with the Fire Monkey. Debbie Stone is a travel writer who's been on our shows, and she's got a monthly show. Hey, Glynn, you have one now too. Glynn, you have every fourth Saturday you'll hear Glynn on Big Blend Radio. Travel writer Debbie Stone, you'll hear, she's already started her series every fourth Tuesday. And welcome back, Debbie. How are you?
Well, Happy New Year to you ladies and to everyone else. And, it's 2022. Hard to believe after this past year. But, everything is good. I'm still doing what I can do travel-wise and getting out there and exploring and staying active, staying engaged, staying curious,
Cool. Very cool. And so Santa Fe really is covered in snow?
Radio show.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the Fire
Monkey. It is a winter wonderland here. It's beautiful. Blue skies and lots of white snow and clumps of it. And it was beautiful when it started falling on New Year's Eve. So it's it's one of those New Mexico winter wonderlands that if you live here that you usually embrace and enjoy, because it's just the landscape is just beautiful.
Cool. And also the adobe,
nice.
Like the Pueblo style adobe buildings, to me that is magical.
Yes, especially when it's up against the blue skies and the snow. It just, it really, really stands out,
Are you having a good ski season for Santa Fe?
It was a little touch and go because there wasn't much snow, and but recently now, and especially with the snow, it's they had to make some snow early on, but now they've just they were dumped on, so everybody is very joyous about that.
Oh, that's cool. That's beautiful. It's up in Santa Fe National Forest. That is one of the most amazing forests we've been to. So beautiful and green and lush and awesome. So what can Priscilla, the sock monkey, feed the fire monkey? I know this is the Fire Monkey Tuesdays with Debbie Stone.
What does fire monkey eat?
Hey, listen, everyone, she got her name from a Buddhist monk, right? Was in Bhutan. Is that right?
Yes.
Was it Bhutan?
Yes. Yeah.
And
when they do
kind of stuck.
It was, when he does he was doing my, telling me about me, basically, and, they need your birthday and all that kind of stuff. But then, he determined through everything that I was a fire monkey. So that, you've got that name, and it's stuck for several years now. So
I know, and now when she goes out in the snow, she's melting the snow. You can see where the fire monkey has been.
That's right, where I leave my tracks. Yeah, exactly. No, but no. Priscilla, the sock monkey, can get me. How about some avocado toast this morning?
I knew it.
Because I'm such an avocado toast, fan aficionado, and since it is so cold here, I think some hot cocoa with maybe a splash of Baileys would be nice.
Ooh, there you go. Now you're talking my language.
Ooh, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Nice and cozy. You got to be cozy. Yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, so now we're going to head a little west to the Diva, and Diva Linda is just outside of Phoenix. You know her, travel writer Linda-Kissam, the food, wine, shopping diva. And I think we've known Diva Linda
long time.
I think it's back to print days, Diva. Is that
Fallbrook.
right? Welcome back.
Yeah. Fallbrook probably.
Yep.
No, it would have to be way before that. Didn't we hook up? Well, it doesn't matter, but Fallbrook for sure.
Fallbrook is where it started. Yeah, when you were running Fallbrook, the tourism there. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. And then she was on our shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It's amazing.
I think I was doing it when I was the director of Temecula Valley Wine Growers Association. So that was before Fallbrook. So it goes way back. But we met in person in Fallbrook. That's what we met in person. There we go.
And Temecula at the wineries. Yeah, and you were there when Priscilla made her debut. Remember at the winery we had the dare from Michael and Spider that gave us Priscilla the pink sock monkey to take her to the big fancy winery, and we took her to the big fancy winery and she had a good time, and everybody enjoyed her being part of the live broadcast from the winery. and she was naked at that point, but now she has a dress and jewelry.
Oh yeah.
That happened it was in New Mexico where they insisted she get dressed.
It was River City, New Mexico. They put a dress on her. And,
they said,
and
this
Debbie,
is
you never met Priscilla.
Dresser.
Yeah, we met Debbie in Santa Fe when we were there a couple years, 2019, and she's the docent for the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum and Art Gallery there. And but Priscilla, I think, was stashed in the car. And that was
I don't think I met her. No, I didn't have the pleasure of meeting her. Next time.
Yes, that's a next time. That's the next time. Sure. But Diva Linda, everyone, allingoodtaste.info is Diva Linda's website. Totally matches who she is. How are things in Arizona? Is it nice and cool and
Yeah, it's very, very cool, and which is odd. So it was about it was in the 50s this morning when we took our walk, and but now it's sunny and slight breeze, and the birds are out, the ducks are out, everybody's out. It's all good.
Awesome.
The herons are here.
Awesome.
Yep.
Ooh, beautiful.
Oh, beautiful herons are here. The the place that I live, the community I live in, is a sort of a wildlife refuge for birds.
So
we
cool.
get geese, and we get cormorants, which nobody likes, unfortunately. The beautiful birds that eat all our fish.
Why? They're cool.
They just eat all the fish that we stock in our waters. But, it's what it is.
They gotta eat.
Yeah.
They got it.
Well, do you have any turtles you can send to John?
I have none but cormorants. I'll be happy to send him a bunch of cormorants if that's what he would like. But the herons have to stay. They're just, aren't they beautiful? They're gorgeous.
Beautiful. They're gorgeous. Yeah.
They're
gorgeous.
If you find some turtles, send them.
I will. I'll remember that. I got that in my head now.
They're all over. They're all over Louisiana. I like the little turtles. But Diva Linda, Priscilla is waiting on your order, and she's she's kind of nervous because you are the diva.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
I want a lavender latte.
Whoa.
Wow.
With whip and sprinkles.
Wow.
Ooh.
She should know that. That should be easy. And then
she likes the colors.
She likes the colors. That's right. Matches some of her dresses, actually.
Right.
And then I would like a mimosa, of course.
Wow.
Brunch mimosa. And I would like a cranberry orange scone.
Okay.
So
and Priscilla, do not mix it with the cheese because Glynn will not be happy if his cheese scone has cranberry in it. Right, Glynn? Is that a no-no?
No way.
And
no apple and bacon together ever.
No, Glynn doesn't like apple and bacon either. All right, so we're gonna get back on the bus and we're gonna go north from Arizona up to Central California, right outside Sequoia National Park. We're going to a community of 3 rivers that really is aligned by rivers, and the communities align themselves along the river, I should say. Yes. And it's a beautiful art community. So we're going to go hang out with Christy-Wood. She is the owner of Wooden Horse Stable. She takes people out on trail rides. She is a world champion horse trainer. And when she's training horses, that means she's training the riders too, right, Christy?
Exactly.
Welcome back.
It's true.
Well, happy New Year to everybody.
Hey.
Happy New Year to Lisa and Nancy, and welcome on the bus. And hope you get to visit 3 Rivers, which is a gateway community to Sequoia National Park.
Yeah. Awesome. And things are getting back to normal. I know, the fire has been devastating. It's really affected mostly the parks, right? But things are open.
No, it
right
affected
now,
3 Rivers. We were evacuated. Yeah, we were evacuated. Yeah. We had to scramble to get horses off the hill, and we couldn't see across the street, and we were wearing N95 masks in our home. It was so bad. It was so close. But we got spared.
Wow.
We got spared.
Yeah.
Oh, so glad you're okay. Really glad. Yeah. And people, Christy's website is WDN for Wooden, WDNHorse.com. One thing, she takes people on trail rides, teaches. I saw on Facebook, didn't you get some awards this year, or past year, I should say, 2021? Did I see some, new things happening?
Yes. We actually competed at the Appaloosa World Show in Fort Worth, Texas in November and came back with 3 world titles, 4 reserve titles, and 22 top 5s with my 4 horses and students. We did great.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow. That's amazing. And Christy is also an author of a Ranger. You got the children's books too. So it's nonstop for Christy. And she also raises funds to get all-terrain wheelchairs to our veterans that come home and need to be able to not just wheel around the house, but be able to go out in the woods. We all like hiking, and if you can't, and you're used to being outdoors, this all-terrain wheelchair, it's expensive, but she works her butt off to raise funds. And how many have you given away now? Have you been able to raise funds?
I've given away 2. It's $16,000 per track. They're called track chairs. And they're $16,000, and it takes me about 3 to 4 years to raise that, speaking to service clubs and having fundraisers. And we just gave one away on November 11th this year to a really wonderful veteran, and he lives in Hanford, which is the next county over, called Kings County, from our Tulare County area. So very, very wonderful young man, and he has a beautiful wife and child, and we're going to hope to stay involved with their lives even more so because he's so close.
Awesome. And Hanford, isn't that known for sausage?
Yes.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I think there's a different sausage that you have up in your area. Then there's I think it's because it's Portuguese. There's a Portuguese sausage or something. I'm just gearing up because
Lisa,
January
you didn't even let me say that it was Sausage Day.
January 5th. That's what I was going to say. January 5th. Everybody needs to know it's Sausage Day.
It's
just
sausage
getting started.
Day.
Listen, Nancy learned how to make sausage when we decided to help our friends, Steve and Karen, who own Lion on the Road's Bed and Breakfast. This past year, we ran a bed and breakfast, and Nancy made sausage, and whenever you have sausage, it's Sausage Day. So the dogs know downstairs they may get leftovers. So that's
Sausage Day.
Sausage Day. We may have a performance coming up on one of our shows this week. Just saying,
yes.
It may happen.
Oh, cool.
Christy,
yes.
what can Priscilla get you? And you have met Priscilla, and Priscilla has ridden the horse.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. She sat on the back of Cowboy. Yes, I met Priscilla. It'd be wonderful if she could serve me a strawberry daiquiri with fresh strawberries. I would just love that.
Ooh.
And my light meal would be a shrimp Caesar salad. I've got to keep I've got to watch my weight because I'm riding those horses all the time.
Yeah,
well,
listen,
like,
thank God
I think
she's getting a salad.
Yeah, John, Christy's so little. Are you kidding me? John, can you send her some shrimp? I think you probably have the best shrimp out of all of us, right?
Oh,
or
yeah,
crawfish.
I'll send you
I can even make
shrimp.
a crawfish. Yeah.
Yeah, shrimp and I'll send them both. I'll just send a few turtles too. We'll get the whole get it all in there.
No, I'd rather not. Thank you. I want to see them live. I don't want them in my salad. Thank you.
The turtle thing. This is a whole new thing. All right, so it's time for our champagne toast, and we're going to play some music. So let's start with you over in England, Norfolk, England. Glynn, what is your champagne toast?
Well, I still can't get these turtles out of my head at the moment. So my champagne toast is to all the small independent bed and breakfast owners who have had an horrific year, the horrific couple of years, trying to make a living and also having to adhere to all the new regulations that they've had to do. Oh. And they work so hard, and for me and my guests, I always put them up in independent accommodation, not any of the big accommodation. And I know how hard they work. So my toast is to the independent bed and breakfast owners.
Cool. Very cool. We like that.
And we know how hard it is because we cleaned rooms, we served breakfast, we did all of it. It's very hard, but it's really rewarding and really fun to meet everybody.
It was fun.
I'm with you on your toast, Glynn. Mm-hmm. Now, John, what are you toasting to?
Besides turtles.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, I mean, shrimp are also very cute and beautiful.
That's true.
I would. I think I'm just going to toast not so much to 2022, but just a good riddance 2020 and 2021. I'm pretty much ready to move on. And I was going to say that if 2022 just shows up with like 30%, we don't have a lot of expectations, anything is going to be better than the last year or two. So here's to 2022 showing up just, a C student will make us all super happy.
There you go.
Well, we're all here, and sadly people have passed and there's been some really bad things, but we've just got to keep moving forward. That's the only thing is just keep putting that one.
That's for sure.
Yeah, it is, and it's a pain in the butt, but it's true. It's like, really, sometimes do I have to? Yeah, you do, but things get you through, and music is one of the things to move you forward. Yeah. Whenever I'm feeling like, I always go like, dude, even to write an article if I'm battling, put some music on.
You've got to put the music on.
It'll change. That's why one of the reasons
cannot
I'm
have
excited
a world
about doing
without
live again.
music. You really can't have a world without music.
That's right.
Honestly,
well, I
believe it's
the same of all human creative endeavors. Like we and I think that the one thing that I know personally of creative people that we were busy doing in the last 2 years was creating. Mm-hmm. So I think there's going to be sort of an explosion, and I think we saw it at the end of 2021, certainly with music, but I think with all arts, there's going to be just an explosion of creative, just creative things coming out into the world because people have a lot on their minds, they've got a lot to say, and hopefully they're saying it creatively.
And writers did a lot. Writers.
Yeah,
authors.
We're in the middle of getting our Celebrate the Arts magazine. It's a new magazine out. And we've been interviewing so many musicians and artists and writers over the year, and we've been, stockpiling these because it's like the year of the arts. And wait until you see just how much his creativity has happened in different forms. And I think because of limitation, the artists and the writers and everyone has pushed themselves beyond what the norm, and because they can sit with it a little bit, and it's a very, very exciting. But we're going to go back to Santa Fe to the Fire Monkey because I know she has to swing off into the snow. Debbie, what is your champagne toast?
You know what? I became a grandma for the first time. So
congrats.
I have a granddaughter that was just born a couple weeks ago. Her name is Madeline. And so I want to toast to her as well as to all the wonderful things that do and can and have and will happen in terms of our lives, whether we are traveling, whether we are, out there hiking, enjoying nature, being with other people, staying healthy, and just engaging in life, which I think is a very important fact and principle compared to what was happening in the past couple of years. But, just to really engage, I think that's not to curl up in a ball, but to get out there as much as we can. So, yes.
So now, Debbie, can I ask you, and please answer honestly, have you now lightly pinched your granddaughter's cheeks and gone, could you go?
You know what? I get to see her. She lives in Portland, Oregon, and so we are going up there in about 2.5 weeks, and so I cannot wait because I'm sure when I'm there I will not let go of her. So,
oh my gosh! Yes. And you're going back to Oregon. This is.
Yes.
Debbie has a thing about Oregon. Debbie has a thing about Maine, and that's what there's stories all over the place, and that's what you'll be hearing about on her Fourth Tuesday segments. Is Maine. The last one is Captivating Camden, Maine, and next one I think is Portland. I got to keep up with all the Maine. We've got Acadia National Park in our current Parks and Travel magazine, so a lot going on. But happy travels and congratulations, Grandma Fire Monkey.
Thank you so much, and Happy New Year, and everybody stay healthy, travel safe.
You too. Take care. We'll chat soon.
All right.
Bye-bye. So we're going to move over to Arizona again, back to Diva Linda, travel writer Diva Linda, and she has a new series coming out, and she is going to be, I think, is it Diva Linda? Aren't we the every first Saturday of the month? Because she has to be first.
That's right.
You're the first. Listen for Diva Linda every first Saturday. And we've got a lot lined up. We've got coffee. We've got wine. I mean, you've got good stuff, and Diva knows the good stuff. But what are you toasting to?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes. This is my toast to you guys. Happy 25th anniversary, your Foundation Day. Keep on inspiring others and making the journey glamorous and sparkly.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Diva.
I like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. And we love that you're in our world. And, we've had so much fun. I still always talk about the time she was supposed to be on a live show, and she was stuck running around Fallbrook in her robe because she got locked out of her car
with her coffee.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, running down the street. Oh, Lord. Yep.
Linda, just in your honor, I am going to get some sparkly rhinestones and glue them to my hiking boots.
Atta girl. That's what it's about.
Gosh.
Good for you.
Don't take them near horses, right, Christy?
Yeah. Always put a little bit of glitter on our horses from time to time.
Yeah, because you've done like the Rose Parade and Rose Bowl and things like that.
They got sparklies. They got sparklies.
Yeah. You got the sparklies. So what is your champagne toast, Miss Christy?
I am going to toast all military personnel serving now, and of course my veterans. My heart is there for the veterans.
Yeah.
And we live in the land of the free because of the brave, and I'm just going to keep probably getting on that little soapbox because you made a comment about my demeanor. I'm very small little person, but I get up on that soapbox, and I just appreciate what the military and what the veterans have done for me to pursue my careers and have the freedom to do what I want to do. So my toast is to them.
Thank you.
We got to take care of our veterans. That's very important.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
We see, so much in regards to our people who are homeless. A lot of times are veterans, and we've got to take care of them. And it's you're seeing evictions.
I also want to put out a little challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put out a challenge too to everybody that's listening? Every time you see a military person in their uniform in an airport, in a grocery store, at a restaurant, please go up, tap them on the shoulder, shake their hand if you don't want to shake hands because of COVID. But tell them, just say thank you. Just go by them and just say thank you. You don't have to engage in conversation, dear. Just be appreciative that they're doing what they're doing for us.
Absolutely.
Right on. So now we're going to play some music. Oh, wait, Nancy, we get to have a toast.
Yes.
I know we've toasted everyone, but Nancy, what's your toast? And then we got to play music.
Okay. I would like to toast to Mother Nature, but I would also ask her to please chill out. Come on, calm down with the weather stuff. Take a chill pill, dude. Yeah, come on. I think she's just upset and she's trying to clean and shake off the COVID. That's what she's doing. But just do it a little more gentle. Come on. That's my toast. And if there's an earthquake tomorrow, it's not my fault.
I know, really. Don't make her mad. I am toasting to music because it really is true. As whatever goes on, that's one thing we can all do is play music. If your power goes out and your internet and Wi-Fi goes out, sing, beat a pot and pan.
Oh God!
Do something with that. Listen to the birds, whatever it is. I'm just saying, when stuff goes down, music will pull you through. Music and humor, those two go hand to hand. And so I toast to music and humor. And someone's got us on speaker. Don't. All right, we're going to play some music. And here it is. John, who's put us on speaker? Yes, John.
It wasn't me.
I don't know. Go Cup Shuffle. Go Cup Shuffle.
Ooh.
This song, I want to play this. We've played this for years. Nola Rolls is the album, and one of my favorite lines is about the sidewalks being as crooked as politicians. So I want to play this song. Everyone stay tuned. We're going to come back. We have some fun games and shenanigans to go on, but here it is, Nola Rolls by Jon-Roniger. It's an oldie but goodie, and here it is, Go Cup Shuffle, again from the album Nola Rolls.
Sunday morning with a Saturday night train. Church bells chime, jukebox still ringing. Streetcars singing the same old refrain, dancing like a live oak in a hurricane. It's your sip and glide, Go Cup Shuffle. Your cocktail crutch when you're seeing double. Now the only way to travel is one for the road. Don't send it back, take it to go and shuffle. We got sidewalks crooked as a politician, potholes deep enough for you to go fishing in. Don't spill a drop of that ice cold brew, 'cause in the big easy, that's alcohol abuse. It's your sip and slide, Go Cup Shuffle. Your cocktail crutch when you're seeing double. Now the only way to travel is with one for the road. Don't send it back, take it to go and shuffle. Now half full, half empty, this ain't philosophy. Just slam it on back, order up another one, and hit the street. was one for the road. Don't send it back. Take it to go, yeah. Order up another one. Take it to go. And shuffle. You know, got shuffle. I'll put it in a gold cup. And shuffle.
You're listening to Big Blend Radio, Champagne Sunday's anniversary show, and that was Go Cup Shuffle, and that's by Jon-Roniger from the album Nola Rolls. And John is here, and John, I think that song is perfect for Christy. She wanted a daiquiri, and I heard that you have, drive-through daiquiris in Louisiana.
Of course. Whenever we have friends come and visit from out of town, we always take them through a drive-through daiquiri so they can experience that.
Oh my gosh!
Well, Christy, you'll have to go on horseback.
I'll do it. I'm doing it on horseback.
That is so fun.
Definitely do that. There's no rules. There's no rules.
I want to go.
No rules in New Orleans for sure.
No,
okay, so
very few.
We are all connected by travel. And, every single one of us on the show, Glynn runs Norfolk Tours in England, so he takes people on travels. He's traveled a lot, digging up family history and reconnecting with his roots, all the way to Canada. He's been to France, all over. Linda travels the world and this country. The big trip she took was on her boat with her and her husband sailing through the Alaskan waters last year. Was like a big summer trip. And I know, she's got boots. Christy knows about travel, not just from visitors. She travels for her horse shows, but also goes on the Chief Joseph Trail Ride. And Christy, I heard that's coming up this year, hopefully, that this will happen.
Oh, yes. Well, the plan is that it's going to be a go for this year. We've been trying to get through year 4 of the 13 years for 2 years. But COVID stopped it the first year, which was in 20, and then 5 days before we were going to, the ride was going to start this year, a major fire broke out in Idaho and Montana where the ride was going to be. Matter of fact, it did burn up part of the Nez Perce Trail. That's a historic trail now.
Oh, wow.
And so there was a fire camp in our assembly camp. So they said, you know what, we don't need 150 riders and 90 camp crew up there to be in the way of the firefighters and all the smoke, so they canceled the ride. So hopefully it'll be a go, and hopefully you're going to join us one of these days.
Hopefully
this
year.
Night.
Hopefully this year. Everyone, this is a 13-year progressive ride tracing the trail of Chief Joseph and the Nez Perce tribe as they were escaping the cavalry. So it's a really interesting, deep in history. So that's part of your travel. I know you travel all over. John, you just got back from Europe. You travel, in fact. We're going to close with our Love Your Parks Tour song, which is John's song, My Favorite Bridge. And when we called him to say, hey, we need to use this, we need a tour song, when we were already started the tour, just going to parks, and documenting them, but we hadn't gone on the road 100%. We said, oh, we're doing this. And you were on a plane. You're like, I'm getting on a plane. Hold on. We sit down. Yes,
I
take
totally
the song.
forgot
You can
about
do it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
We still play it.
John,
we still play
John, we stop at bridges and decide whether or not to jump off. But we're still here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh, you mean in life.
Is this my favorite bridge? No.
Yeah, but you say jump off my favorite. Well, we actually have a bridge series that we are starting, Historic Bridges Across America, with Lee Brovidani, who's our trust expert on the show, because you have to trust to walk over the bridge or drive over it, and I have a fear of bridges and heights. So it's the perfect blend. So there it is.
It's the big
and
blend.
I've done.
Yes.
It's the big blend of bridges and snakes and bridges. Yeah. There it is. But so
snakes
travel connects us all. So COVID, we all had this lockdown period, and it's on, off, here, there, everywhere, or not. Yep. So let's just think that we're going to travel somewhere for a week in a COVID lockdown. So we don't have to go through red tape. We don't have to have COVID, none of that stuff. But basically it means Priscilla, waves her little magic wand, and she says, each of us gets to go somewhere for a full week. We're in lockdown. You can pick where you want to go in the world, and you can take one person that you want to go with that you can learn from, that you can either create a project. Maybe John's creating an album with Bob Dylan. Who knows? So where are you going for this lockdown? Groceries and whatever you want will be provided. All the luxuries in life, you will be there. But you're going to make this week constructive in some beautiful place. Maybe you're doing the trail ride like Christy. It could be anything that you want to do. Go on a boat with Diva Linda and her, sparkly boots. Go with Glynn looking for history, family history. So it could be one place or a trip, a road trip, whatever you want to do. So one place or one experience with one person that you can learn or create something with. So let's start with you, Nancy. Ha!
Well, okay. I think that I would like to go to Yellowstone Park because I know it's there, and I would like to take anybody who hasn't been there. Hello, Lisa, there, because it's so magical. But I would take Leonardo da Vinci. And
wow.
because he was so fascinated with people that I know he painted birds once, and he grew up on a farm. He might have done some small animals, but he never really painted like lions or tigers or big animals like horses or ever.
He did a horse thing. We saw the big horse, though. He did do a horse.
But I just think he should have put more effort into it. In other words,
by the way, he has some of the oldest vineyards in the world. He was one of.
Well, that accounts for a lot right there. But I mean, he had inspiration. But I think he should have done more animals. That's I would like to encourage him to look at the other side of the coin as opposed to always people. How about
so you're
that?
going to watch him and learn from him because you're supposed to be learning from them. So you're going to watch and learn from him what he does?
Yeah, I would learn how he does it. Like how would he cross that bridge?
Oh, we're back to the bridges. See?
Yeah. Because he's always I always as a painter do animals, and when I had people wanted portraits, I was like, oh, this is going to suck. And it did. I painted the worst portraits of people ever, and they still paid for it. And I was like, wow, you guys are weird. So that there's a big bridge to cross there. So he's all into people, and I would like to see him go across the bridge and paint animals. See? And I would learn to see how did he manage? Could he manage? Would he do it?
I think so, because he has a scientific brain, and he still knows how to capture movement.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about like dissecting a dove and doing the body parts. I'm talking about painting.
Or a turtle.
An animal. Well, yeah, a turtle right before you eat it. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you're going to dissect it, you might as well eat it.
Well, yeah, because don't waste it.
Well, tell all the kids when they're doing their frog experiments in school. That's it. You've dissected it. All the ones who were brave ones who did it, now you get to eat the frog. Don't lick the frog.
Yeah,
we know weird things can happen.
No, they'll have a little thing of boiling water. They'll have some fried frog legs. It'd be good.
Oh, yeah, frog legs. That's a big deal, too. And everything tastes like chicken, right?
Snails?
Everything tastes like chicken.
Snails taste like garlic butter.
And chicken.
Maybe that's all the part I could only do was the garlic butter. I'm like, no. All right. Okay, so that's cool. Leonardo da Vinci and Yellowstone. I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
Christy, where are you going and with who?
Well, I would like to travel to Big Hole, Montana, because that's where one of the battles was with Chief Joseph and the cavalry. And I would like to take along my friend. I'm going to try to do this without getting choked up here. My friend Seymour Youngdog was a chief and a medicine man in the Lakota tribe in South Dakota, and he just passed away a couple of months ago. I rode with him for 16 years. I miss him dearly.
I bet.
But I would love to sit down with him around the campfire because I've been inspired to write a book about the trail ride.
Oh, cool.
And I want to get started on that and just to have his insight of his 85 years and the struggles he's already shared with me of the Native American lives. But just to share the trail, sharing the trail with him was a great experience. And, of course, to see it through the Native American eyes. which I'm going to pipe in and say I did my DNA a couple of years ago, and I found out I'm 6% Native American. So don't get fooled by this blonde hair and blue eyes. My heart is red. I really, I have a love because of that ride. It's just tied everything in with the Appaloosa horse, and so I would like to. I want to be inspired by Seymour. Hopefully, he'll come visit me anyway, and help me maybe get started on this book.
Cool. I love that because also you're documenting family history in a way, because it's very hard to dig into the roots of family history of Native American peoples, because they're storytellers, they were oral, and look at what we did to our indigenous peoples of this country. So
that's so, you are so right on about the oral history, and when I do my Rose Parade, or actually I do compete in horse shows wearing the regalia of 1877 as a Nez Perce woman, and part of that is one of the pieces on my regalia is a story string, which is a way of gathering oral history from every camp that we've stayed at every night, and that's how you give it to the grandchildren, and you pass things on, and that oral history is very important. So they need to keep that alive. Seymour was very good about keeping his language alive. And history is important. I love history. I love this history and bringing it, again, to the forefront so we can learn from it and enjoy it and respect it.
See, the African culture did that, too. Everything was verbal, because that's what they had.
Right.
Yeah. That's what they had.
And then music. See, here's the other thing we all have in common is storytelling. Yeah, it's storytelling.
The Native American music's beautiful as well. Yeah,
I love it. Yes, I love it.
I'm just touching on your music. There's when you're sitting on the back of the horse and you're riding down a trail. It could be on a harder surface, a softer surface. There's actually a rhythm to riding horses.
Yes.
So your soul is connected by this animal because of the rhythm of the ride. It's like your horse is your dance partner. There's so much music's wrapped up into nature and how you listen to nature through an animal, and so I don't play musical instruments, but I hear my music when I'm on the back of a horse.
Well, no, I have
definitely.
to say,
in the breathing and everything.
I was trying to help a rescued pony that Lisa had. Cinnabar. And she couldn't gallop. She kept tripping, and I fell off her so many times. It was like, okay. So I played Born in the USA in a sports field where they had the equipment where they could play a song, and she learned to gallop to Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Thank you, Bruce, because it just seemed to be the song. She went, I can do that. She put her head up.
Very good.
She did. She put her head up, and instead, because her head was always down, she put her head up. She listened to the music, and she fell into that rhythm. And I was like, okay, now it's my fault that I'm not sticking to the rhythm. I was like, whoa, that's a rocky ride until I got used to it. Because that taught her, well, basically taught us both, because she really, that's when she picked her head up, and it was Born in the USA, which, it was pretty cool.
That's great that you're saying that, because that's one of the instructions I give my show students who compete on a very high level with at the World Show, is to calm them and to calm their horse. I said, you need to hum your favorite song.
Oh, wow.
And on the back of that horse, you need to breathe deeply and exhale so they hear you breathing, and hum your favorite song, and watch the rider, and all of a sudden the horse relax. It works.
Wow, John, we got to go to you on this. We're talking music, and you're going to be next. But any comments on this with music? It's like music therapy, man. It is.
Yeah.
Well, there is. I mean, music therapy is real and a very big thing. And I lived in Nashville for a while, as you know, and I would go and do. It was called Musicians on Call, and we would go room to room in the hospitals and play music for patients. And wonderful. So music is a tremendous healer. Has a tremendous healing power. And I mean, I'm a firm believer in that. I'm sure I would be crazy. I'd be locked away somewhere now for sure if it wasn't for music in my life. And then also, I think athletes. Obviously, you see a ton of athletes when they're warming up, when they have their headphones on. It's really popular now, obviously, and I think when I'm an avid tennis player, and so I find out that when I play my best is when I just have a song running through my brain, So it sort of takes, it eases my mind. I relax, and I breathe better, and I see the ball better. And so, of course, I think music is huge in that way. And I think more so than I personally believe, bigger than any other art. I mean, you really make it your own. You can't make a Picasso your own. You can interpret it your own way. But you can't really make a painting or a sculpture your own. You can't take it with you. You can't have it become a part of you. And music is different in that way. You really can make each song your own in the way you use it and interpret it.
So thank God for music. We wouldn't make it across the country, okay, because it's the only thing that gets me through is music. And even if they are playing Hotel California for the 100th time in the day, sometimes you just stop and go, okay, so what, you're hearing it again. This is what they're playing here. And you'll hear something completely different if you open your mind, even though it's repeated 10,000 times. And everyone needs to stop it on radio shows. Stop it. Play new stuff.
Stop it. Get a new song.
But it does.
Song. But
if it wasn't for music, we wouldn't be able to do the tour. I'm serious. Like, there's no way I'd be able to do. Music keeps me in a zone of awareness, of being in a zone of because you have to practice defensive driving, especially now that people have decided to come out after. Well, it's not after COVID, but with this whole COVID thing, people are back on the road, and I'm like, we were so lucky.
They forgot how to drive.
Country. And now they're out, and I'm like, you guys need to go back to school. But there's a lot of defensive driving that you have to do, and I'm good at it. And it's only because I zone in with music, and I eat a lot of gummy worms.
God, that sounds disgusting.
Exactly.
But John, here's a really fun. John, here's a really fun exercise. Put on a football game or any kind of sports that you like, and turn the sound off.
Football.
And turn the sound off and put the Nutcracker Suite on and watch.
Nice.
Because it is so funny. And for some reason, there's a rhythm to sports that matches music. I know it sounds crazy. But
I believe it,
It's fun.
No,
I'm sure you can pick almost any song except the
I just heard Duke Ellington's version of the Nutcracker Suite, and he changed the name. I just heard his version of it, and it is insanely good. Duke Ellington. Well, Duke Ellington to me is one of the top musicians in the world. Like, he's in the top 10. Someone's got to guess.
Wow.
I'll be right back.
We're beaming up. But anyway, so it's awesome. But take a listen if you guys can find it, and I'll try and find it too. But John, where are you going for your trip?
Oh, well, I was thinking about this. I think I want to go to Cuba, and I think I want to go there with I would love to go there with like maybe Bob Dylan, but I have a feeling that Bob Dylan wouldn't really shut up. I think he'd spend the whole time rambling as he does musically, which I love, but that might get tiring. So, God, who would I go there with? That's a very good question. I might go there with like Louis Armstrong. I think that would be a really interesting mix. I just think it would be super interesting to see how he interprets Cuba, especially now, and I'm sure when Cuba was a different thing when he was in his prime, and I think that'd be fun.
Would you create an album?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we definitely make some music there. I just think that the rhythm of, I would either pick there or I just think the rhythm of the Cuban music is very interesting to me, and I would love to dive deeper into that, and especially with like a kind of jazz or a popular jazz musician would be a ton of fun.
Buena Vista Social Club, still like I have a thing about Mike Cooter's music, and so I'd be all into that 100%, rolling around there. Diva Linda, where are you going?
Well, my ultimate goal, and this is now going to be year 3 to get there, is Russia. But on my way to going there, before I go there, what I really would like to do is go visit Glynn, and
cool.
I'd like to bring Shelley Wizen. Shelley. You bring Shelley.
Shelley will be on a show soon. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Yes, and for those that don't know Shelley, she's been a good influence on me. I like what she has to do, and I think it would be fun for Glynn to take us on a 2-day trip. And the first day, I'd like Glynn to take us on, just to get it settled, a local craft, the local, that's a hard word to say, local craft tour. And he says you can see things like a farrier shoe a horse, a 19th century farmer using his horses on the farm. Craft jewelry, see how craft jewelry is made, how glass is blown, et cetera, et cetera. So the local craft tour, Glynn, sounds absolutely wonderful for me. I mean, I think that just does everything that I love. And then the second day, I'd like to immerse Shelley and I in a kind of a human spiritual dynamic exploration. She's really good at getting down to what makes you, you. And so it would be the spiritual centers, spiritual things, what calls to your heart, what calls to your soul. And I don't know what that would be because I haven't been there, and I don't know that Shelley would know either, but maybe together with Glynn, we can take a day and find those spots that call to your soul. And that's what I would like to do.
You know there's fairies all over the United Kingdom. There's like fairy havens, and there's the trees that are magical. Trees have magic. Okay, I'm going to get woo-woo there, but it's true. You go hug a tree and you'll be in magic land. But Glynn, you know, here you're taking people on a 2-day trip with crafts and then spiritualism. What would you say about the spiritual side?
Well, funnily enough, as soon as Linda was talking about it, I was thinking about where I'd take them. So I've got the first day already sorted in my head. The second day, I would take her to Walsingham. Walsingham has been a pilgrimage place since at least 1060 because a lady who lived in the village there had a vision of the Virgin Mary. And I took a group of ladies there from Singapore, and we went there, and one of the ladies, I mean, they were very spiritual. They weren't religious. They were just very, very spiritual people. And while we were there, she was talking to me about my family. And it's funnily enough, it's still making me very emotional to think about it. And she actually had me crying my eyes out in this place because she was telling me what she felt about my family. And she was right. And that was just mind-blowing. It was totally and utterly mind-blowing. This woman who I'd only met a few days before, and she came from Singapore, and she told me things that I'm still gobsmacked as to how she got it so right.
Wow.
And I just cried. And I feel like that now. If you can't feel it in my voice, I actually feel quite emotional now thinking about it.
That's amazing. I mean,
so I'll take you
that
there.
is amazing. So there you go.
That. I would like
I
that.
think
any
that's
spiritual lines, any spiritual. Just anything. I'm Catholic, but any religious or non-religious experience that sort of gets down to the human spiritual dynamic would really be, would be fabulous for a day. I'd probably be a wet noodle at the end. Probably Shelley would probably be dancing all over it. Yeah, this is it. So anyway, that would be it.
No, I dig this. John, I just want to say we should probably have changed songs to the Crystal Ball one. What's the lady with the crystal ball? What song is that? I love that.
That's the idea of that song is the character has a brief affair with a tarot card reader, and the joke is, of course, she could see him coming a mile away. And that's it.
Yeah, it's a cool song. We play it for Nancy's. I'm not gonna. I can't say it now because I already messed it up with what I was gonna say. But no, I can't. I just ruined it. I ruined what I was gonna say. So there it is. I can't let the secret out on the show.
Out of the bag.
Nope. But we have a special place for that song on our shows, and we play it. But okay, so Glynn, what is your destination? Where?
I was just thinking this particular subject has got really so deep, the first thing that anybody could even possibly even consider telling Leonardo da Vinci that he must do better. I mean, I can't imagine that. But anyway, talking about music.
It's Nancy.
How many of us hear a song that we haven't heard for 20 or 30 years and we still know the words to it? Because music and songs is one of the best ways to teach people anything. If you can remember, if you can teach them something in a song, they will remember it. Whereas if you just tell them something, they're not going to remember it. And my middle granddaughter, who's 2.5, is already able to sing the ABC song. She hasn't got a clue what she's singing about, but she knows the ABC song because it's a song. You know, and I'm so thrilled to bits that at the end of it she says Z and not Z, because in England we say Z.
Zebra instead of zebra.
Oh yeah.
But where would I go and who with? And I've already heard things that have really sort of bought it. I would go anywhere with any of my ancestors, wherever they lived, and I would ask them to tell me more about it. So the one place that I've been to that I wanted to know more about was Halifax in Nova Scotia, because my 4 or 5 times great-grandfather was stationed there in 1815. So I would like to go to Halifax and get him to tell me what it was like when he was there in 1815. So
great.
That would be good.
That's amazing. And then you'll have to write about it because you're all supposed to come out with a project. Diva Linda's going to have to write a project story. You know, you guys have your regular shows on Big Blend Radio, so you have to all report back. And Christy, you know, get on with the book.
Yeah. Yeah, I plan. I've got my storyboards planned in my head, so I've got to get it going. Yes.
Awesome.
Cool.
John, any new music coming?
Well, I put out 2 records this year. I put out a studio album in March, and then we put out a live record in August. So that might be it. That might be it for a little while, but I'm already planning a new record for this year, but probably won't technically come out until either the end of this year or early next year. But yeah, I've got a ton of material like everyone else. I've just been writing. So tons of new material.
You gotta come back on the show. Yeah, we're behind. This is not good. We'll fall off the damn bridge. We can't do that.
I know, right? Exactly.
Well, I tell you what, I at this point we travel so much, and there's places we go to, and there's a place in Natchitoches, Louisiana that I want to go and spend the night or the week, the COVID week, and I want to meet Carolyn Dorman. And it's the Briarwood Nature Preserve, Carolyn Dorman Preserve. She was the lady who saved and made the Kisatchie Forest protected. Kisatchie is the only national forest in the state of Louisiana. And she's a writer. Yeah. She's an illustrator. She saved all these, botanical plants. She's just an amazing woman. And we got to go to Briarwood a couple years ago. Well, 20, I can't keep up. But we were just there. And she has a writer's cabin that they let, donors and stuff have like a night there. Oh, I want to go there. I would like to spend just some time to not even write. I want to just decompress, and I'd like her spirit to be there with me and walk through the woods. And I'd like to – I have a thing about plants and the medicinal history and the history of plants and where they came from, but it's kind of it's very spiritual and weird. But I would like to – not have Google around, although we did learn that if you go, hey, Google,
you could ask
tell me what
anything.
A fart sounds like, it will fart for you, by the way. Just letting everyone know, your Google, hey, Google, I don't know if Alexa does it, but Google will fart.
Alexa's female, Google's a male.
But I'd like to get
rid
of the all the technology and go out and draw and write exactly and paint or just create with what is 100% there and nothing from the outside world telling me what it is. And that's what I'd like to do for a week and meet Carolyn Dorman who can inform me. So that's my thing. And it's almost azalea season. A couple of months and azaleas will be blooming. So I'd like to go back to Louisiana. We love your state, John. It's an amazing state. It really
it's awesome.
is. It is.
Come on down anytime.
The swampy goodness is the swampy goodness. You can't beat it. But thank you all for joining us for our anniversary show. It's been a pleasure. Diva Linda, you'll be back on the show soon. We got the coffee, the SO coffee, right? Am I saying it correctly?
We do.
SO coffee will be on this Saturday. You'll hear that interview. We've got the coffee. We may be destroying a blender, or Nancy's going to get the hammer out to crunch the beans.
I'm going to
we travel, so it's interesting. We have weird ways of opening wine. Keep up with Diva Linda at allingoodtaste.info. Her shows are every first Saturday. Keep up with Jon-Roniger, Jon-Roniger-Music.com, and that's Jon. Christy-Wood, keep up with her at wdnhorse.com. Thank you, Christy. It's always so cool to have you back on the show. We got to keep up.
Pleasure to be here.
Reconnect with you. And also, Glynn over in Norfolk, England, thank you for connecting back on. And we'll talk with you soon. Norfolk-Tours.co.uk. He's on every fourth Saturday. And his next segment with us is all about the Queen, because she's the monarch who's been reigning for 70 years, right, this year?
Yes.
I mean,
Crazy.
It's amazing.
February the 6th,
Don't.
she'll have been Queen for 70 years.
Wow.
That's
Jesus.
I know.
Impressive.
I mean, it's just amazing. She's the monarch, so there it is. Thank you all for joining us. Please keep up with us at bigblendmagazines.com. The best thing to do is get our newsletter, and then you'll get each digital magazine as it comes out. The next one is Quality of Life, and it's all about personal happiness and your professional success. So check that coming out soon. And, of course, for our radio shows, we now air daily. So go to bigblendradio.com to keep up with that.
Wow.
And here it is. We're going to play My Favorite Bridge by Jon-Roniger. This is our Love Your Parks Tours theme song. Thank you all. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, everyone.
Be happy.
Bye-bye.
Everyone have a wonderful
I've never been the one to check how thin the ice is. I just skate a figure eight until I fall right in.